Top 10 royal family members that changed history for the worst. The British royal family may appear prim and proper to the public, but they faced their fair share of controversies over the years. So today we're talking about top 10 royal family members that changed history for the worst. Starting off with number 10, Harry and Meghan. Royals and scandals seem to go hand in hand over the centuries. There is never a dull moment, whether it's about a queen who never married, rumors of infidelity, or more recently, royals who leave senior positions. The British royal family's 10 biggest mysteries and scandals are definitely something worth talking about. Although royal divorces are not uncommon, Harry's completely unexpected announcement in January 2020 shook up the palace. At the time, the former military pilot and his wife Meghan Markle said that they would be taking a break from the roles as senior royals. The Suits alumnus was the target of online and British media harassment throughout their highly publicized relationship, which began in 2016. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, made the announcement in January 2020 that they would be stepping back from their senior royal duties. They made the announcement on their official Instagram account. After many months of reflection and internal discussions, we have chosen to make a transition this year and beginning to carve out a progressive new role within this institution. As senior members of the royal family, we intend to maintain our full support for Her Majesty the Queen while working toward financial independence. Not only are the Duke and Duchess quitting many of their responsibilities, but they were also accused of not informing the Queen of their shocking decision in advance. On to number 9, the airing of royal laundry by Charles and Diana. The relationship between Prince Charles and Princess Diana is a tragic tale. Their marriage was tumultuous and their divorce was messy. Diana passed away just a year after the papers were signed. In addition, the global press covered nearly every dramatic aspect of the event. Some of it was reported in the tabloids, while others came from interviews they gave themselves. Diana famously stated to the BBC in '95, "It was a little crowded because there were 3 of us in the marriage." The troubled union came back into the spotlight with the 4th season of The Crown, despite the fact that more than 2 decades had passed since they split up. Netflix had released trailers that showed the couple fighting, Diana fleeing, and the future princess alone in her wedding dress. All of it is underscored by a solemn voiceover. The stuff of fairy tales can be found here. On their wedding day, a prince and a princess. However, the straightforward line, "They lived happily ever after," typically appears at this point in fairy tales. The couple was extremely dissatisfied with their marriage by 1986. Charles and Diana were involved in extramarital affairs. In 1994, Charles informed Jonathan, his official biographer, that he resumed his relationship with Camilla this year. Meanwhile, Diana's alleged affair with Army Captain James Hewitt is said to have begun around the same time. On to number 8, Queen Consort Camilla. When Prince Charles and the late Princess Diana announced their separation in '92 after 10 years of marriage, fans began to notice the royals' scandalous behavior. Both of Prince William and Harry's parents had admitted to having extramarital affairs at the time. Diana famously talked about her rocky relationship with the Prince of Wales in November '95. The Prince of Wales started a relationship with former flame and now wife, Queen Consort Camilla. On his official website, Prince Charles stated that Camilla would be referred to as Princess Consort after their marriage. Is it possible that the prince was attempting to placate the public's ongoing admiration and respect for Princess Diana? It soon became clear that he had no control over his actions. On to number 7, Princess Margaret's controversial love life. Princess Margaret and Lord Snowdon were Britain's most glamorous couple when they got married in 1960, but their love story wasn't always happy. Snowdon, at the time Anthony Armstrong Jones, was the first commoner to wed a king's daughter in more than 400 years. However, rumors of a split in the marriage started in 1967. The famous royal couple began to drift apart in the 1970s, and in '78, after nearly 20 years of marriage, they announced their separation. The background to the whirlwind love between the princess and the photographer, which is told in the Netflix series The Crown, has become well known. The truth about the relationship was well kept. The young princess was regarded as England's most desirable single woman following the tragic breakup of her relationship with Captain Peter Townsend. In her biography of Snowdon, Anne de Courcy says that the famous society photographer found the young royal to be a unique and intoxicating challenge. In 58, when they first met at a dinner party, they immediately fell in love. However, the Queen's sister began her secret love affair a few months later, when Armstrong Jones was commissioned to photograph Margaret. How romantic. On to number 6, Prince William's affair rumors. In 2019, Rose Hanbury, a close friend of the Duke of Cambridge and his wife, Duchess Kate, was accused of having an affair with him. An exclusive source at the time revealed that Kate was dissatisfied when she heard about the hurtful rumors. However, the drama had a positive effect on the couple. The insider said of the couple, who got married in April 2011, it forced her and William to sit back and examine their relationship, which they realized they should have been doing more often. William and Kate were still going strong and love each other dearly, according to a separate source. On to number 5, Princess Anne fined after dog bites kids. When she pleaded guilty to a charge under the Dangerous Dogs Act, the Princess Royal became the first royal family member to be found guilty of a crime. Dottie, a 3-year-old English Bull Terrier, one of her dogs, bit 2 children on April 1st while they were walking in Windsor Great Park. The princess was accused, along with her husband Commodore Tim Lawrence, of being in charge of a dog that was dangerously out of control in a public place. She did so under the name Anne Elizabeth Alice Lawrence and was up against Regina, her mother. At a magistrate's court in Slough, she was fined £500 for the attack, ordered to pay $250 in compensation, and ordered to pay £148 in costs. The offense was punishable by a fine of up to £5,000, 6 months in prison, and the dog's destruction. Roger Mugford, a dog psychologist, told the court that the 3-year-old dog should not be killed. Dottie was described as a playful dog by Dr. Mugford, who also treated some of the Queen's corgis after they bit her. Penelope Hewitt, the district judge, spared Dottie's life but stipulated that it must be trained and kept on a leash in all public areas. She also told the princess that if there were any more incidents, her dog would be put down. She said, passing sentence, that the incident did not significantly affect the children, but she regretted that it had turned them off dogs. She stated, it was a very, very unfortunate episode, and I can only hope that the children, as time goes by, will become more tolerant of dogs, adding, dogs enhance family life considerably. I'm with you on that, Princess Anne. When the princess admitted to the offense, the charges against Commodore Lawrence were dropped. On to number 4, Princess Michael of Kent wears racist brooch. After the Queen's Christmas lunch at Buckingham Palace in 2017, the wife of Prince Michael of Kent caused controversy when she was seen wearing an accessory that could have been interpreted as an insult to Meghan, the first high-ranking biracial royal. A spokesperson at the time stated Princess Michael is very sorry and distressed that the brooch has caused offense. Additionally, it was not her first incident with racial undertones. Go back to the colonies. The princess allegedly told a group of black diners in New York City in 2004. In a subsequent interview with ITV, she expressed her regret, stating, "To call me racist, because I truly care about these people, it's like a knife through the heart." Am I the only one who does not believe any of these words that she's saying? On to number 3, Lady Susan Hussey resigns. In light of allegations of racism, Lady Susan Hussey, Prince William's godmother and one of King Charles's most important team members, resigned from her royal position in November 2022. A Buckingham Palace spokesperson said in a statement, "We take this incident extremely seriously and have investigated immediately to establish the full details. In this incident, comments have been made that are unacceptable and deeply regrettable." Activist Ngozi Fulani claimed on social media that a member of staff, Lady SH, during a royal event, asked her racially insensitive questions about her background. Reach out to Ngozi Fulani on this matter and invite her to discuss all elements of her experience in person if she wishes, the palace stated. The spokesperson stated, in the meantime, the concerned individual wishes to offer her sincere apologies for the harm that she has caused and has resigned from her honorary position immediately. The diversity and inclusion policies that all household members are required to uphold at all times are being recalled. On to number 2, Prince Andrew loses his patronages. In January 2022, Buckingham Palace put out an announcement about the Duke of York's work with the regal family in the midst of his continuous lawsuit. The statement said, "The Duke of York's military affiliations and royal patronages have been returned to the Queen with the Queen's approval and agreement. The Duke of York will continue to defend this case as a private citizen and perform no public duties." A lawsuit was filed against the prince for allegations and emotional distress 5 months earlier. During a court hearing in August 2022, Andrew's LA attorney, Andrew Brettler, argued that the claims are baseless, non-viable, and potentially unlawful. The British police announced that after reviewing a document connected to the case, they would not act against Andrew 2 months after a civil lawsuit was filed against him in the US. The case in the US, on the other hand, is still going on. In January 2022, a judge ruled that Andrew's legal team's request to throw out the lawsuit due to an alleged lack of credibility was invalid. And on to number 1, concerns over Archie's skin tone. Harry and Meghan talked about some really hard conversations they had before having their son Archie in May 2019 in an eye-opening CBS interview in March 2021. They didn't want him to be a prince or a princess, which would be different from protocol, Meghan explained, recalling that they were given no explanation for not giving the new royal family members security, privileges, or recognition as a title. Parts of it came from conversations with family members and others from Harry. They thought it was a good choice, the Duchess went on. At the same time, we discussed the fact that he would not receive security or a title, as well as concerns and discussions regarding how dark his skin might be when he was born. During the second half of the interview, when Harry joined his wife, he refused to identify the family members who allegedly expressed those concerns. It was made public that neither the late Queen nor Prince Philip were present for those exchanges. But that is all for today's top 10. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know your thoughts on all these scandalous revelations on the royal family, and I'll catch you next time on The Rich Life.